Hey everyone, my name is Nikki, and today I want to teach you a little bit about magic. Not magic as in creating a spell or a potion or cursing someone or doing anything like that. Today's magic is all around the magic of you. How do you live more magically? How do you embrace the the spirit, the essence, the fullness, the really sacred part of you that you desire to bring out into the world? To me, that is true magic. The magic of self, the magic of yourself discovering more of itself along the path of this beautiful journey we are on in life. Now, I don't quite know where this is going beyond, as you can tell, because I've been waving it around, pulling some cards, working some magic, helping you look deeper inwards, access your magic, bring it out into your life, and just have something to work with. I know when I was really starting my spiritual self-development journey, if I want to call it that, it really helped to find videos where people were asking questions, opening doors, pointing out, little questions and reflections and things for me to ponder and percolate on my own journey. If I didn't have books, if I didn't have podcasts, if I didn't have just content creators who are out here talking about stuff that I didn't even know I needed to think about, I wouldn't be where I am today. Which very fortunately, it's as a creative, as a coach, as an artist, as someone who's been able to leave a 10-year teaching career and step into running my own business. I know I'm very fortunate. I'm very happy with that. But also, I know it wouldn't have been possible without all of these questions and contemplations. So that is why I hope to do here today. Now, before we dive in, because I know that was a bit of a word vomit going on there, I invite all of us, myself included, to ground, to connect to the now, to sink into the present, to let go of the past, even the past 5 minutes ago, and come more into the fullness of yourself. And as I look down, I see it's 2:22 p.m. How glorious, how divine. Now, you don't have to do anything particularly magical or even very difficult to become more present. Becoming present is around, for me, acknowledging, oh, wait, let me consciously draw myself here into the moment. So we do that through the breath. We can do that through, closing tabs, switching off our phone, closing the door. What I find is really the cherry on top to all of that. Like, I focus on my breathing. I might even close my eyes to shut everything else off, turn off the things, come into here, and then I set my intention to be present. That is the cherry on top. So if you haven't quite done that yet, I invite you to do that. Just choosing, setting the intention, just, sharing with the moment. Hey, let's be here and now. All right. So doing whatever else you're feeling called to in this moment. And let's go on a little bit of a journey together to discovering, how do we access your magic? How do you access your magic, more importantly, and bringing it a little bit more closer to the surface? I'm feeling really called to use these cards. Now, this is my new tarot deck, the Runic Tarot. Very cool. And the Queen of Pentacles jumped out. To me, this is such a beautiful card. She doesn't quite want to come in focus. That's all right. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who is deeply grounded in what makes them shine, what makes them grow, what makes them flourish. And she is going to be our portal into today's conversation. So let me just ask those questions again, if I can remember them. What makes you shine? What makes you flourish? I think I also said, what makes you grow? Yes, that's the word. What makes you shine? What makes you flourish? What makes you grow? Those three questions are a beautiful step in the direction of connecting to your magic today. And I'm going to set the intention that this queen is going to stay with us throughout the session. This isn't going to be a very long video, by the way. that she's going to preside over this conversation, help you connect into your reflections or your realizations, your ahas, and hopefully bring you towards a more grounded, more clear, and more confident next step. I always believe that when we have awareness, we need to bring it into action so that it can be embedded, so that it can be embodied, and so that you can actually change your life with your realizations and not just clutter your mind with more things that you should be doing that you're not. Now, as I look at this card and I really contemplate how can the Queen help us beyond those three questions, which I do invite you to reflect on and answer, and share with me in the comments, by the way, if something comes up and through that you feel called to share, is there is a sturdiness and a stableness to her. She has this beautiful throne, she has her shield, and she is very, like through her clothes and her crown and her jewelry and even the trees around her, like stable in this situation. That's our next little step. Do you currently feel stable? Now, I want to hone this in on talking about your purpose work, your passion, your creativity. Maybe you're in business, maybe you're working on a project, maybe there is something you're here to do in your life. You probably are on a bit of a mission if you're called to a video like this. Do you feel stable in that work? Do you feel stable on that path? And I'm asking these questions and I'm, setting them to you because it's really, really hard to make massive change or do radical work or, be showing up fully, authentically you and all of these things. If low key, you're feeling like you're balancing on a log, rushing down a raging river, and you can barely, catch your feet, let alone your breath, let alone do all the amazing things you want to do in your life and in your world and in your future. So that question of, do you feel stable on this path in this work is where we're going to go next. Now, I invite you to feel into that in whichever direction it leads you. Maybe it's stable financially. That is really coming up for you. It's like, yes or no. Maybe it's stable creatively. Do you have that fear that you're going to run out of ideas or that, you're not going to be able to figure out the next challenge or problem? Maybe it's stable in the way of your support system. Do you feel supported by the people around you, by your clients, by your contacts, by your friends, by your family? What does stability look like for you? And in this moment, what does stability need to be for you to really embrace your magic, to really embrace your gifts, to really be going on this journey a little bit more fully, all in? All right, connecting back. I feel like she's got so much to teach us. I probably don't need to do anything else besides look at the Queen of Pentacles. And as soon as I say that, she's like, I'm going to keep my secrets. All right, so the Queen of Pentacles has opened up quite a little bit of inquiry for us. I'm going to pull one more card. Now, I'm going to set the intention that this card is going to help you take from realization to action. So this is something to implement, to plan for, to make, create, take into account, put it in your diary, like something for you to embed into the 3D. So I'm prefacing all of that so that when this card comes out and when this message comes out, that you are shaping it, channeling it into the direction of action, implementation, and actualizing. We want this to help shift your life, your situation, so that you can be more tuned into your magic, tapped into the fullness of you, and really honoring and owning the amazing gifts you have to share. How interesting. We've got two cards. So we've got the Two of Swords. So this is indecision. And we've got the Two of Wands. It's making a decision, making a plan. All right, so that seems very clear. There is something you are currently indecisive about. Maybe it's your stability, maybe it's your path, maybe it's your purpose, maybe it's those first three questions: shining, growth, flourishing. So there's something that you're indecisive of. You know what this is. It's probably been keeping you up at night. You've been talking about it to all of your friends. You've been writing about it in your journal. You've been scouring the internet for answers. You've been watching all the tarot videos. You've been doing all the things. Or maybe you've been avoiding because you don't want to think about this anymore because you're so indecisive and it's frustrating. But there is something that you have been indecisive on? If it pops up into your head right now, I want you to pop in the comments. I want you to write it down. I want you to own it. And if you don't want to share it with me, that's cool too. Own it for yourself. And we're going to make a decision. The decision isn't around how to fix your life, to never have this problem again, to be 10 steps ahead, to figure out your future, to have a foolproof plan. The Two of Wands isn't saying go from darkness to light. It isn't saying go from indecisive to never being indecisive again. The Two of Wands is going in this moment. Make a choice on your next baby step. I will admit that often when I am floundering around in my life and business, or floundering around in my relationship, or floundering around in my health, or whatever it is, it's because I'm trying to make the next choice the best choice for the rest of my life. Like I'm almost trying to go, okay, we just need to get started by fixing everything and making it perfect and never having a problem again. The pressure of that, too much. But let's use health for an example. If we're just going, I want to improve my health, ooh, big. But today, the next micro step is don't open that pack of chips because you'll eat all of them. Like baby step, micro step, but it is still the next best step. So whatever your instability is, or whatever area you're indecisive of, or whatever has come up and through for you, and I know you have one by now, not what is the solution, but what is your next best step? The caveat there is the next best step is the best you can do right now. That's also been a little bit of a sneaky sabotage for me and many of my clients, whether it's in their business, in their health, in their relationship, in their finances, in their creativity, in their art, is like, but the best step, oh my God, it needs to be like something that can be proven it's the best. Like I need to have everyone agree, or I need to hear it from Tony Robbins, or I need to be able to feel it in this deep sacred soul way. Like the best step, it needs to be like the best in the world, in the history of the world. No, 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 no. The best for right now. So that's the best with what you know, the best with what you have, the best with what you can do. And that includes your capacity. It's all well and good to go, oh, I should do this thing. But if you don't have the energy, the time, the resources, you don't have the emotional capacity, it's not the best because you can't access it. So the next best step that you can access, that you can do, that's within your capacity, that'll move you in the right direction, even if it's a millimeter, what is that? I'm going to end this here. I wanted to keep it short. I wanted to keep it practical. I wanted it to obviously be magical, and it totally has. So the invitation here is reflect on the questions, make a decision, and then share it and declare it. I invite you to share it and declare it because too often we decide things in our head and then we do nothing with them in the real world. So share and declare it in the comments. You can share it and declare it to your friends, to your family, to your accountability buddy, to your business partner, to your romantic partner, whoever that will support you the best and support you the most and, you know, hold you accountable to whatever that decision is if you need it. And then go and do the thing. As a little bit of an extra oomph, I actually encourage you to share and declare what it is you're going to do and when. And if it's a micro baby step, like I'm hoping it is, something that you can do, something that you can achieve, something that you will do, you're probably going to do it in the next 5 minutes or the next 5 hours. But either way, pop down when you're going to do it. Thank you for joining me today for this little mini magic lesson. I hope it has helped bring a little bit more stability, a little bit more clarity, and helping you make a little bit more magic in your life. I would truly appreciate it if you liked this, if you shared it, if you came back. Let me know. How did this serve? How did it help? And what would you like to hear about next? Bye.